I'm a science major at the time. I'm still learning about stuff. I'm learning about testing and doing all these things. And I just realized all the chemicals and everything that this candle company used was just really, I don't want to say toxic, but it doesn't have the best effects. Non-toxic doesn't always mean the best. And I decided to make candles that are eco-friendly, have a little bit of my pizzazz in them. It started with me gifting one to my sister, and then she was like, look what my sister made. And I was like, oh, cool. And then all her friends were like, where's my candle? And that hobby eventually turned into a paying hobby, which then eventually turned into what I now have as a business. This is always the argument of everyone who asks me, because some people will say 2 years if you're talking about like the transition of the hobby starting to realize it should be a business, but then 3 years if you consider me just like looking into the research, doing a lot of testing before I even sold my first candle. Everything I try to use is either Leaping Bunny compliant or Falafit free, so it's not like your essential oils where it's good for you, but it's not good for pets and stuff still. Florida Nights is my favorite. It's my sweet orange lavender one. Had it forever. I've even done a whole rebrand with that candle in itself just because it just needed some light. It was my baby. There's a lot of science to candles that people don't consider also. Temping is really important. That's just because you want to make sure everything is binding, and if it's not binding, then you're going to have like, you'll see like the candle start sweating and it's just pretty much rejecting the fragrance oil. And then there's tunneling and stuff like that, which is like when the candle jar is hotter or colder than the actual vessel it's going in compared to the wax. I try to reuse everything when I can, so like if I did have leftover wax, it would turn into wax melts after, or eventually turn into a mystery candle, which is people will donate salsa jars, vintage glassware, or I'll buy some sometimes or cultivate. So I always recommend YouTube, actually. YouTube University is where you can go pretty far. I'm kind of one of those people, ironically, my college ID is right there. I did not finish college, but that doesn't mean you can't be successful. So learn however you can. And if that means going to college first, or if that means going on YouTube or anything first, then do it. Just take initiative.